and so the mullet needed to go, and so I told that bitch.
Was it a woman or a guy?
It was, and actually I respect her a lot, and that was just a joke. I didn't know you were recording.
Yeah. Shit, I show my true colors. I'm a misogynist through and through.
That's it, I'm canceled.
I have one topic I want to get to on my list, and I'm really fond of doing these check-offs, so let's check it off. So I'm going backpacking.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I got more details about the trip, and I've been thinking about how to plan for the trip a little better.
Okay.
So the trip is, so I don't know where we're going, but my buddy said Pennsylvania, so I think we're going down to Pennsylvania. So it's going to be 7 days.
Okay.
It's going to be 70 miles.
This has changed.
Yeah. So it's 10 miles a day.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's a lot.
And we're going to see, and I obviously none of the gear that I'm going to be getting or have currently, not stress tested at all.
Yeah.
So we have
my God.
we have exit points to see how we're doing and whether some of the guys are only going to do a couple days and they're going to leave, and so we're going to see. So I'm trying to think of food because I got to bring food for 7 days. I obviously can't go forager mode for the whole thing.
Yeah, I found some berries.
Yeah. My books all for Michigan foraging aren't going to work in Pennsylvania.
No.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thoughts? Let's hear them.
Is there a river nearby?
I don't know. I have no idea.
You don't even. Okay. If there's a river, fishing is always an option.
Wow, I didn't even think about fishing. I was going to buy one of those life straws so I could just suck water out of the bog.
I'll go to bog.
Cut a tree down and slurp it. It turns out it's like poison sumac. Oh, fuck.
It's over. Where's the exit points?
I'm trying to do the trip with only spending like $200 max. I think it's doable. My dad has a backpacking rig set with the metal and everything. It's pretty lightweight. He has the single burner Coleman stove. I just got to get some white fuel for it or white whatever it is.
It's like natural gas.
Yeah. And then I just have to get food and other things. I'm going to get the life straw thing. I need to figure out how I'm going to carry water. I don't know how we're going to do water.
I think you just have a bladder,
I was thinking of some sort of flexible bladder. And then I have my buddy's old hammock. I just have to stitch up the bug net a little bit on it. And then I need to get a rain cover for it. And then I'm going to use a mummy sleeping bag in it. And I think that'll work for both the top and under quilt.
Season?
What?
What month?
We're doing it next month, the second week of September.
Oh, okay. Well, it shouldn't be too bad. It'll be a little cold at night, but you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the mummy bag, but I think I can just open it up if it's too hot, and then I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, because you don't want to get cold, but you might want to consider a lightweight bag.
But see, I don't want to bring a lightweight in case it does get cold. Because if I don't bring a mummy bag, I'm gonna have to come up with a top and under quilt for the hammock, right? So if I just bring a mummy bag and then go heavy, that's what I think I have to do.
I just think that I think the only problem with it is that it is heavy, physically heavier. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the cook mode thing. So what I want to try to actually cook. I'm gonna bring things like beef jerky and nuts. Those will be the dried food and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bring something for fiber because I've never shit in the woods, just squat shitting or anything like that.
So you're gonna learn.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn. Probably bring a roll of toilet paper. I bet that's probably some biodegradable toilet paper or something. And then
I think the toilet paper just disintegrates anyway.
I think so. Yeah. And then I've heard that you have to dig a hole and then shit in it. Okay. Yeah. So I need a shovel, I guess.
You need a little a little garden shovel. Yeah. It's got a special.
So yeah, there's that, and then I'm gonna try to cook, so I need to get a pan. So that's about $200, maybe more, worth of gear.
Yeah. Are you planning on bringing rain gear?
I was gonna bring some plastic type rain gear. I was gonna get a poncho, a plastic rain poncho or something, and I will have the rain net for the hammock, rain tarp or whatever.
At this exact moment, I have a rain jacket, lightweight. You can borrow it.
Okay.
If you want.
Is it?
Let me know.
Yeah, if it's light, then I'll borrow it.
Waterproof. So that way at least you have something, because I have two of them. So
okay.
You can, you might Yeah, I won't even notice if it's gone. But if you
Perfect.
give it back, awesome.
Sweet. Even better.
Yeah, I'll throw back my car.
And I actually have a book that I got when I was in Florida years ago that's coming into play right here. It's called The One Pan Gourmet.
Wow.
It's fresh food on the trail. And it's from the 90s, so that's how you know it's good.
That is true. Most of the
Yeah.
stuff now is just ChatGPT. So
Honestly, and they don't get it from the books. So, anyways, I was reading this book, and the guy talks about how to do like meals on the trail with one pan, because that's
Okay.
all I want to bring is
Yeah.
one pan and the utensils and stuff. And then I was looking up how people store meat, because I was like, I'm gonna try to bring meat. So I think here's my plan. Here's how I think this works: is you can take meat, you can freeze it, and then you can wrap it in vinegar-soaked cheesecloth, and then put aluminum foil, multiple layers around it to keep it lasting for like a day or two, maybe.
a day or two, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the vinegar prevents the bacteria,
Uh-huh.
and then it should thaw. Theoretically, if it's frozen by the time we leave and start walking, and my cooling aspect of it, it might be able to last. So here's my thought: is that if I do liver and onions the first day, and then we eat all of that, like I think Gabe and I are gonna try to eat
All of
together,
it, yeah.
and everybody else is gonna fend for themselves, from what I
Sure.
understand. So if we do, I think we can do liver and onions the first day, and I want to try to cube up steak and freeze it too, and then make it the second day,
Okay.
because after you cook it, it should last about like 3 to 4 days, maybe max.
I mean, like without refrigeration is
Without
whack.
refrigeration. Yeah, I don't know. I figure if I make steak the second day and eat it like the second and third day, like I just have food made for the third day, and then the rest of the days I'm gonna do eggs. Because if I get eggs from
Farm.
my cousin or farm
Yeah.
that have the bloom on it, then I can carry those, and I can do like 2 eggs a day with oats, and then figure out the rest of the food from there. I'll
Yeah.
probably bring a bunch of vegetables that I can chop up and saute.
Yeah, I mean the eggs should be fine
Yeah.
because you can just.
I know the eggs will be totally
Yeah.
fine, but the meat is what I'm trying to do. Without doing beef jerky, I want to actually cook some meat. So
If the meat doesn't work, I mean, like, just bring more eggs. That
Yeah.
seems like more. That seems pretty bang for your buck.
yeah, that's true. I could just get 2 dozen eggs and bring that with me, and
Yeah.
then just whatever.
I've been making my own like egg sandwiches on
Yeah.
English muffins.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's great.
No, it's
My
a good time.
Yeah, my family does that all the time. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think eggs are literally the safest bet. Everything else is concern. But,
Yeah, you don't want to get food poisoning either. So it's like, okay, well, how much you almost need to like get a small piece of meat and do exactly what they say, like
Yeah.
freeze it, wrap it in vinegar, and then like leave it somewhere for like a day or two, and then cook it and be like, is this rotten?
yeah. I feel like you'd be able to smell it or check how,
With the liver and onions, I don't know how good liver like stores that way though.
Liver for one day, I don't think it's going to matter. Because if
No.
you think about it, we're going to do like 6 or 7 hours of walking, and that's probably just going to thaw in there. And it's thinner. But I'm going to cube it up.
Yeah.
So that I don't have to worry about do a knife cut plate bullshit. Everything I'm going to try to cube. And
Yeah.
then, except for, obviously, I'll cut the vegetables while I'm there because they're going to start rotting faster the sooner you cut them up. So
Yeah.
if I just bring like a full thing, like a zucchini and like an onion and stuff like that,
That would be
should
fine, yeah.
that shit should last.
Have you laid out the pack yet?
No, I haven't. I'm going to do that probably like next week or something.
Yeah, you probably want to do that because like
Because I don't know how heavy it's going to be or anything like that.
Like with the sleeping bag too, like I mean like you have a backpack already picked out, so like, all right, does the sleeping bag fit with like all of this other stuff that you're also bringing, like the pan?
Yeah, so the from what I understand, I'll have to buy the pan first before I get to that, seeing how the pan fits. But the backpack itself has like a whole bottom section that's like open with the metal braces for you to bungee cord shit to, which I
Yeah.
imagine is what you put like my hammock and the sleep bag whatever with.
Is the hammock? Yeah, okay, so the hammock's probably like lightweight.
It's
right?
to the right of you. It's that tiny bag on the ground there.
Okay, that's not bad at
It's
all.
pretty tiny.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't think I'm gonna have to worry. I'm
That's
gonna have
not-
to get a couple other like rigging things for it, but those I don't think are gonna weigh that much. Or
Yeah.
anything. And then, like I said, the rain cover for it. I don't think it'll be too much, but I've not been like carrying 50 pounds of stuff walking.
I
But,
would try it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Yeah.
do like a mile hike like this weekend with
Yeah.
with like 20 pounds on your back and see how you feel. Because,
Yeah.
like, I mean, like, I don't know. Talking to, like, people at work, a guy that I work with, like, him and his wife go, like, once a year. They do their, like, rucking trip where they bring their tent and all that junk out into the woods, like, a couple, 10 miles in or whatever. And they train for, like, weeks before.
Yeah.
So, and
I'm also going to do it barefoot as well.
Yeah.
But I'm going to bring shoes.
I would, your toe shoes that
Yeah.
you wear, I would suggest, if you wear those, you'd probably be fine.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's in Pennsylvania, right? That's, like, going to stab your foot.
I don't have any idea either.
So.
I got, like I said, I have a list of things I'm going to get, but I think it'll be doable.
Yeah. It sounds like a big time.
So 70 miles, though. It'll be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited to see, because originally my buddy was like, oh, I don't know if we're going to go the whole way. And I was like, if I show up, we're going the whole way. And the actual end date starts, like, if we go the whole way and do the 10 miles per day, etc., and then we finish the trails, that Friday will be guys' weekend. So we'll go straight from there to guys' weekend. Yeah, so Pennsylvania drive up.
Jesus. No shower.
Yeah, no shower.
Straight to
straight. We're going to start walking up there.
Yeah.
And then Uber the rest. No. So I think that'll be really cool. I'm actually super geeked about it. Even though I don't have all the details, I have enough to work with. So.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah. That'll be our follow-up podcast. I'll let you know.
If you survive.
Yeah, I'm going to probably post like a beta for my update in case I die out there so people know at least I was working on something.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, before I went out. Yeah. I could, go down, like, what could have been, sort of thing.
There's like a look back in like 10 years, like, look at what he could have created.
Yeah, look what this guy could have created if he didn't die 70 miles in the wilderness with a bear on his ass. Yeah.
He didn't know about the purple poisonous prickle bush.
Yeah.
The only defense against it is wearing shoes.
He was he was looking online on red clover, it being edible, but there's purple clover, which unfortunately is poisonous in Pennsylvania and causes hallucinogenic effects that reduce you to mush. Yeah, so I think that'll be really neat. I'm excited to see how that goes.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of dedication, but
that is.
I think we'll see. Honestly, the last time I walked a super long time was when I did that walk to Salvo, and it was like 6 hours of walking. I don't know how many miles it was back and forth, but let's say, like, I don't know, it can't have been that many. But how long does 3 hours of walking at a normal walking pace go? Yeah, what is the speed? Is it like 4 miles per hour with walking or something?
I think it's 4 to 6.
Yeah, so I feel like I did a ton of miles.
You might have done 10 miles.
Yeah, let's say I did 10 miles.
Sure.
I did a ton, and my feet hurt, but I think it's because I was wearing shoes that did not, like, conform to my feet very well. So I feel like if I did barefoot, that would lessen that problem, but I'm also going to be carrying, let's say 20 pounds at minimum of equipment.
Yeah, I would definitely do, like, a prep walk where you do, like, 2 miles with your full pack.
I'm going to try it, yeah. Because I have the weights here, and then I'll just bring the bag.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. Just
throw it all on.
Yeah, see how...
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be exciting. I'm excited. I'll probably get some pictures, too, so...
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
You gonna bring, like, a phone charger, or you just gonna, like...
I think I'm gonna just turn on and off my phone, but I might bring an external battery.
If you bring just I mean, you have 2 cameras.
I do, yeah.
But, I mean, like, do you want to...
Because
phone's easy.
Is the problem, yeah.
And, like, phone is, like, this big compared to, like... All right, if you bring that camera, you gotta bring the camera and the case, and it's, like, big. Yeah, no. I get it. But, yeah. Damn.
Should be fucking sick. So yeah, that's the only odd thing on my list I needed to talk about with you. I wanted to know what your thoughts were.
I gotcha.
Have you ever done any backpacking overnight anywhere? No.
Never done any of it. I mean, like, I've been camping where you, like, show up and set up a tent.
Yeah, I mean.
But
I knew that, but I just didn't know if you did any kind of, like, walking long periods of time.
Nothing big like that. I mean. Yeah, no, I've never done anything that long. I think, I mean, like, I've definitely walked, like, 8 miles in a day. I don't even think I've done 10 though.
I'm excited to see what things that I can't anticipate that I'll deal with on the trip. Like that's the interesting thing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so are the other people that you're going with, do they often go camping
I think
and do
that,
this?
yeah, so Gabe has never done the backpacking thing, I don't think, but the other guys, there's like 3 other guys. I think they have like a little bit of experience, which is why they're only going to do a couple days.
I think that's why you guys are thinking that you're going to do the full
Yeah,
thing.
I think that's probably what. It's
Yeah.
obviously the Dunning-Kruger effect. We're more confident than because we know less
Yes.
about it.
Yeah.
But
And you're like, we're going to do all 28
yeah,
million miles.
we're gonna do all gajillion miles. So I'm curious to see like my expectation versus the reality of it. Like, am I not capable of doing 70? I'm curious. I really want to know.
Yeah.
It'll be a stress test. I'm actually very interested to see where I fall because I do agree that obviously there's like the ignorance of I don't know what we can encounter there. I don't know. Like my thought is if I bring a life straw that I can suck any water out of anything, I can fast for 7 days and walk the 60 miles. 70 miles. We'll see.
You just like come out of the end of it and you're just decrepit.
Yeah.
You're like,
I'm thin. I look like David Blaine after the 40-day fast. Yeah. In that fucking box on the crane. Yeah, I honestly have no idea. I'm very curious. There's always like that aspect of you that's like you try to imagine every worst case scenario possible, but I don't know. I have no idea. If I have something that protects me from the rain, something that clothes me, and I still have my hands, I feel like we can accomplish anything, and my feet to walk, obviously.
Yeah. Well, damn.
So.
No, I mean, like, it would be weird, like, once you lose the other part of the group that's experienced, and it's just you two, and you guys just get lost in the woods or something.
It'll be 3 of it. It's me, Gabe, and some guy named JJ that I've never met before.
Okay.
And when Gabe invited me, I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. Like, yeah, I'll do that. He, like, asked JJ, like, is it okay if I bring Cody or whatever? And JJ was like, as long as he's cool, you can bring him.
I don't want any...
Yeah, no. But Gabe hasn't put me in any of the group chats, so I have none of the information at all. So I'm just gonna show up and be like, I'm ready to do 70.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. I feel like I should try to be as uncool as possible for like the first couple days. Like, hey guys, I was reading Reddit the other day.
You're a little close for me. I'm going to put on my mask.
Yeah, God, these bugs are terrible. Just whine the whole time.
My feet hurt.
Yeah. To just be like, I'm vegan. Like, I need more calories of this and start eating the plants.
I noticed you have some granola in there. I'm going to eat that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to die in the trail.
You shit really close to camp. Like, oh, I didn't want to go out too far in the woods.
I'm afraid. Yeah. You're like within like earshot.
I'm squatting and making eye contact.
Please don't leave.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's fucking great.
You should consider some kind of caffeination. Just because it gives you, it helps you maintain activity for longer. Just that.
That's an interesting idea. I'm sure the guys will have caffeine. I was going to bring a teapot or something because my dad has this metal.
I think you're packing too much. If you do a teapot, that's heavy.
It's pretty light, actually. It's like aluminum.
But I mean, like, if you just have a cup.
Yeah.
And you have a way to boil water in your pot.
Yeah.
And then you have some way to put your tea in it and strain it out.
I guess I get what you're saying. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm looking at it from like the perspective of like I'll see all the things I think I need and then I'll pare down the list. It's like making a magic deck. Really, because you have all the cards and you're like, well, I can only fit 60 cards in here, except the 60 is like my weight. Like I can only do like I probably don't want more than 20 or 30 pounds, even though that's not that much. I know I can carry more, but like over the long distance of 10 miles a day.
On day 3, you're going to be like, why didn't I pack less stuff?
Yeah. But I also know that over time, the weight is going to reduce. So the journey will get easier, assuming I eat more of the food over time.
To a point. Yeah, but I mean, how much food weight are you going to bring? You know what I mean?
It's 7 days of food.
I know.
I mean, you think even 1 pound of food a day, that's 7 pounds. But if I do 2 pounds of food a day, that's 14 pounds. I don't think I'm going to do 2 pounds of food a day, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of bringing like a bunch of dried stuff, like dried beans, maybe some dried rice, things like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like those will go a long way, and they don't weigh that much, generally.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think rice would be pretty good. But I mean, even if you get like an MRE rice like thing, that's not that bad, and that's like pretty easy.
I think MREs are disgusting.
I
know
do
if I'm gonna
too.
that.
Yeah.
I think I can just boil some water in. Assuming we have access to water, we'll see.
Well, see,
I might
that's
have to life straw suck it out of a tree or something.
that's yeah. So that's like the other part, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, how much stuff are you gonna be boiling, cleaning?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which
Like,
I feel like with one pot it'll be less, but maybe if I bring like, some throwing daggers I can take out a deer and then I can just drink the blood.
through the life straw,
Yeah.
cleansing it.
Honestly, I should bring some of those things just to be like when I'm on the trail and the guys are like, "Oh man, if only we had." And I pull out like kunai. I'm like, "Dude, we got this." Like, you've been carrying that for 30 miles. What do you have in that thing? Part of me wants to make like a gag out of it. Like just bring gag shit.
But you don't show all of it at
No.
once. You just have
Over
to
the
like.
course of the trip, I reveal more of the gags. Like I got a rubber chicken just in case a bear shows up. Like you never know when you're gonna need it, dude. Oh my god. Like you've been carrying that for 40 miles.
It's like an extra pound and a half.
Yeah.
It's a big one. Like
It's huge. It's lead. It's got a lead squeaker in it. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, it'd be so fucking good. I got like weird clown mask. Like, I was thinking I could scare the birds dead, and you could grab them while it's distracted.
I'm practicing this dance.
Yeah. I got a clown mask on. Oh my god. Holy shit. Yeah, what are the dumbest things you could bring that have literally no functional utility that just add weight to the bag but or have meme potential? That's what I need to know. Oh my goodness.
I mean, you could bring. No. See, even a deck of cards, at least you could get use out of it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. No, bring your knack.
I'm gonna bring the knack.
Oh, okay, good.
I want to bring my multivitamins and knack. I need that every day.
No, okay.
Flat.
You can't.
Because the knack is a blood thinner, so it'll help me move.
You guys want some knack?
Yeah, dude, watch this. I take this, I pass out for 30 minutes. Wake up. Shit, dude, that was fucking crazy.
I'm going back in. You just take another pill.
My buddy's like, yo, man, can you hit me with a knacky? I got you, dude. Conks out for 20. Oh, my God. Oh, shit, dude.
Daddy needs his knacky.
Daddy's heading to the knacky reserve. Oh.
Oh, God. But yeah, dude. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I need like a foldable fishing pole, foldable crossbow.
Bring the vlog camera.
I was going to, yeah.
And you go like, what's up, guys? like you don't tell anyone about it at all. And you just whip out the camera and be like, what's up, guys?
It's just, I'm sitting there, we're like 20 miles into the trail, day 2. I'm like, what's up, guys? This is my stream. I'm like, I'm walking with these fucking bozos. I act like I'm live streaming. Holy shit.
Can we get some poggers in the chat for day 2?
Yeah, poggers. Look at this guy's leg. Calves are fucking weak. Slap his leg.
Just like a menace. You walk around. There's like other like random people walking by. Oh, sup, losers? You guys heading back that way?
Yeah. Yeah, you know that way is gay.
Can we get W's in the chat? I just called that guy gay.
I bring an alarm clock with a ringer. Put it under the other guy's hammock. Yo, dude, I need this to wake up every morning.
And you don't turn it off. You let someone else do it.
I bring an air horn.
Thought I saw a bear. Sorry.
Yeah, it's my anti-bear alarm. Oh my god. Oh,
The menace of the woods.
I'm just a fucking menace to the group. And then at the end, I'm just totally normal. Like, Dad, dude, that was really long. I can't believe we made it the whole way.
Wow. Wow, that was great. You know, let's do this again next year, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Sweet. Can I get your phone number? They're like walking away. Yo, I wasn't added in the group chat.
Oh, God. But, yeah, dude.
Right, your turn. Let's hear it.
My turn.
I spent an hour. No, it's only 30 minutes.
Oh, no, see, a third.
Yeah, it's a third.
We went bowling.
Yeah, we did go bowling.
That was fun.
Yeah, everybody was dying, basically.
I mean, yeah.
In varying amounts of ways.
Yeah, different ways.
And I honestly, I was not impressed with my bowling ability.
Yeah, you kind of lacked.
I lost. Let's be frank. I lost.
It wasn't very good.
But
bowling.
that just means there's nowhere else to go but up from here.
We'll see next time you go bowling.
Yeah. Was my score like 80 average?
Yeah, something like that.
70 average for the 2 games we played.
Yeah, I'm a good 120. I'm good for a 120 game.
Yeah, you just watch. I'm gonna join the old people's bowling league. Everybody's been calling me 50 lately because of these lines. I'm gonna join.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Hello.
You can just pretend to have Parkins.
Oh, these young whippersnappers.
They're like,
Oh, I can only afford to carry a 1-pound bowling ball.
It just goes straight into the pin.
Yeah. There's some kid like behind, like working on the pin stuff, gets fucking knocked in the head.
You saw my secret technique where I throw the ball really hard.
Yeah, dude. Some of those guys, man, the way they finesse the ball, they make it look so graceful. Like
Yeah.
they're, like making love to it.
Yeah, they do a
one of those guys just,
Rasengan.
I was like, what the fuck is happening?
They do like the Naruto or Rasengan.
Yeah.
And then they throw it.
Yeah, there was that one guy that had those rubber gloves. He was like spinning the ball in his hand, and he's got Vaseline and a pool on there.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, some people, they take it real seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
Yeah. Then there was that one dude that had like a rubber bowling ball, and he was like down at the end of the alley, and he fucking chucked it, and it bounced in consecutive lanes to get to his lane and then curve back.
They were doing trick shots.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
We got a lot of bowling talent here.
It's called cosmic, though, for a reason, you know,
Yeah.
because it's out of this galaxy.
I never put those two together.
I know. You'll figure it out one day.
You should be a poet.
I'm thinking about it.
But yeah, no, we went bowling. That was about it, dude.
Yeah, what are your thoughts about bowling? Tell me.
I bowled.
You put it as a topic. What the fuck you want to talk about?
Well, so I just want to talk about it because we went bowling. I want to basically say that, you know,
Oh, this is about you beating me, huh?
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I'm a big man. I'm a big man.
Yeah. You and your 7-pound bowling ball, huh?
Yeah. No, I felt like there's this weird thing where I can't get a strike, can't hit all the pins down, but I can snipe the individuals.
Yeah, you were very consistent with the spares.
Yeah, but I can't do the strikes.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It's just life, dude. You're always getting close to the mark, but never there.
I know. Maybe one day I'll be there.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's it. We went bowling. Afterwards, you left, and then we went to dinner.
Yeah, how was dinner? And then you guys played, what, board games or something?
Yeah, we played fighting games while other people played board games. People played Warhammer, and I didn't partake. Yeah, that noise.
Fucking game.
Yeah, so I didn't participate in that, and then went home. My beautiful wife made dinner. So that was.
Yeah, my walk back was very peaceful. I walked there barefoot, and I walked back barefoot. It was about 30 minutes. Nice, peaceful. I waited for you guys. I sat out by the smokers area with the 2 dilapidated chairs.
Did the smokers come out?
No.
Oh.
But I could tell it was a smoker's area because it had that lingering cigarette neglect.
Yeah, the chairs probably, I bet if you whiffed them,
Yeah.
they'd probably be a little cigarette-y.
Honestly, yeah. I did smell a little bit of it there. So it felt like the ghost of the cigarette smokers who have passed on.
All the tar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bowl, and then they cough, and then they come back. And
Yeah, the blood comes out, and they're like, oh God, gotta choke that down with another ciggy.
Mm-hmm.
So
there, I was honestly I was surprised that there were so many lanes there. Because looking on the outside of the building, I wouldn't have expected there to be so many lanes.
They're thinner than you think. It looks like they're really, like, they're pretty wide, but like bowling alleys are only like that big.
Yeah, it must just be because of like the parallax effect of looking at a parallel line so many times over time. Like it just like, ooh, extends outward.
I think if you see one, you're like, oh, that's it. Like if you see one lane by itself, you're like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah. Honestly, maybe they thinned the lines because I was hitting in the gutter, and I don't think it's my fault. So
I don't. You know, I was gonna tell you it's not your fault, and that you were perfect.
Yeah, we should honestly.
You threw the ball perfectly.
Yeah, we're gonna put gutters up next time though. The guards.
Yeah, yeah. You know, who said that you couldn't put up the guards
mid game?
Yeah. Who said that you couldn't? Because you can.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to correct them, but you can. I've done it before. I know a thing or two about bowling.
Yeah, I'm being a 120er myself. You have it like as a sticker on your car. I bowl 120 average.
Average.
Yeah, it's pretty high for average.
It's not. I think like 150, 160 is
probably.
Oh no.
It's okay. My parents are probably calling me because, well, it doesn't matter, but.
All right. I mean, like, what if it could?
They got the here. I'll tell it briefly because
okay.
It's kind of a crazy thing. What happened is I think they probably found the cat or whatever, but one of the cats unlocked the screen and escaped, and so they had to look for it today. So that's probably what they're calling to
confirm.
And I'm supposed to go to the house to watch it because they're leaving on a trip. So.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, that's what.
But yeah, I thought it was kind of funny that the cat's like, I'm out.
I'll see you later.
I was like,
sprints to road.
I was like, just leave food out, dude. Like, they're gonna come back eventually. Like, you're not gonna catch a cat. Like, you running after it's not gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
They got 4 legs, you got 2. Unless you're getting down on all 4, it's not happening.
They're just, you know, you go reach down for them. Even if you grab them, they just, like.
And then we got, like, you know, the 10 acres of property and field. So it's like, what? If that thing goes in the field, where are you going to find? Are you going to run through the underbrush?
Yeah.
Like an explorer? Like.
You're just like.
Where are they at?
Covered in ticks, and you're like, where's the cat?
Yeah, I'm looking for the cat. And then, like, you see a rabbit. Mr. Rabbit, did you see a cat around here? Like, no, you're not. You're not getting the cat. You just wait.
The rabbit. What if the rabbit told you though?
Yeah, the rabbit. Yo, I saw him go this way, my dude.
Hey man.
Oh shit, thanks. Toss him a carrot.
Yeah. You got any carrots?
Yeah.
You mind if I bum a carrot off you?
Yeah. And then you're running, and then you keep looking, and you're like, wait a minute. If there was a cat around the area, there wouldn't be a rabbit. So you run back to go get your carrot back. The rabbit's gone. The carrot husk is left.
Your catalytic converter's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, your catalytic converter's gone. You see an empty wallet, it was yours. It's like, that fucker.
Damn rabbit.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel really edgy today. I'm sorry.
What is that? Why are you apologizing for edginess?
I don't know. Society has trained me for this moment. And I feel like I need to put out a YouTuber apology.
Yeah, honestly, maybe you should. Maybe you should apologize to the 10 people that watch us.
Hey guys, you know, sorry to see you, you know, here today.
Just watch your eyes water.
I've said a lot of things.
It's like, oh shit, guys, man, lately, my opinions, they've been a little bit edgy.
And you know what?
I've been feeling like a straight razor. I'm about to go.
What am I about to go do?
Just weird.
But yeah, anyway.
Gorilla mode.
Let's see, what else do we got here? Pick a number through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick 1 through 6. 1? Damn. Okay, I went to a concert.
How was it?
Doobie Brothers.
How was it?
It was good. Doobie Brothers, they have a few songs. You'd probably recognize them, but you probably don't know
I've heard
any
of
the
them
songs.
before, yeah.
But they have a song that I like. It's called Jesus is All Right.
Okay.
And the song goes, Jesus is all right with me. And that's about it. It's not even like that. It's not like that. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I offended the fans of the
Honestly,
Doobie
you
Brothers.
should apologize to the fans of the all of our watchers who are...
Hey guys, I'm I'm sorry.
Yeah, make sure you're holding your dog too.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to scam so many people with my cryptocurrency. I just really thought this pump wasn't gonna dump, baby.
The allegations.
Yeah, the allegations against me. You know what? I got a phone call this morning from CoffeeZilla, and he told me the morality. He was like, "Yo, man, there's a lot of people that got homes out here, and you know what? I got a home too, buddy." And that's what he didn't realize.
He didn't even know.
He didn't even know.
And that's why I'm crying here on camera with my dog.
I can't believe I scammed people. I can't get back the money because
Oh.
it's in my bank now, and I don't know how to withdraw stuff. I have lawyers to do that for me.
It's like 40 minutes long, and then at the last second, it's a cut, and it's the usual outro where it's like dubstep, and he's like,
yeah. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yo, boys, for the Logan Paul Maverick crew.
I'm gonna go Scrooge McDuck into my pile of money.
Yeah, and then they do that thing where they have like the Maverick shirt on, and he's like, pointing at the logo.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Then they have a scene wipe transition, and it's a guy in a fucking neck rope swing by, and this transitions.
Neck rope. Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah,
he's still alive.
Oh shit, we're in Aokigahara Forest in Japan, and I didn't expect. And I'm out here looking for birds. Oh shit, there's a bird in that branch.
No. Oh no!
Yeah. You see a rabbit. What did this guy do, dude? Insurance fraud. Oh fuck!
Hey man, you got any carrots?
Yeah. This guy again.
I'm a rabbit.
Yeah.
Just runs away.
Yeah, you see your cat, but it like Cheshire Cat's away. You're like, you fuck.
But anyways, listen.
What the fuck were we even talking
Listen
about?
to the music by the dude. I was apologizing. Yeah. I was apologizing for my bad rendition of Jesus is All Right.
It, yeah, you should apologize again. I forgot. But, I'm having problems with it.
But anyways, they've listened to the music, which is their most famous song.
Yeah.
Listen to the music.
Propaganda.
To listen to them. Listen to that one.
Okay.
You'll listen to it, and you're like, oh, this is the Doobie Brothers.
Got it.
They're really old.
Okay.
So
were you the youngest person there?
Yeah.
Everybody is like swaying.
We went. No, the boomers go wild.
Oh, do they? Yeah.
As
they finally got let out.
Some of the people, the people that we went with, because me and my wife went with a couple other people, and actually they listen to this podcast sometimes. At least say that they do.
Yeah.
And so if I'm gonna steal your words, person that is listening to this, but boomers gone wild was how it was described.
Okay.
They go pretty hard. Yeah. Like there was some old ladies like dancing like, oh yeah, I can't. Yeah. And there was like a lady that was like leaving at the end, and she was hammered. So like, you ever been to any of the concert places around?
No, describe it to me.
Okay. It's an amphitheater outside.
Okay.
And it's got a big hill.
With like an elevated stage?
The stage is at the bottom, and you're on the hill. You sit on the hill.
Okay. And
you can look down into the stage. It's really cool. But we're sitting on the hill because they're the cheap seats, $19.
Like grass?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's $19 to sit on the hill. And so like there's like an old lady that was like leaving with her husband, and like you can tell they're both like just sloshed because the lady like is like getting up to like she's going down the hill and she has to control her speed, and she like gets down to the hill and you can tell she wanted to stop back here, but since she's going downhill she's like for a second there, and she like stops, looks over us, giggles, and then like tries to continue walking like
she's like right. Those people almost all ate shit.
Yeah. So, there's a bunch of old people. Drinks at this concert place, let me tell you.
Were they cheap?
No. Oh, you don't know how much? Okay, actually.
$10 a beer.
Let's make, okay, all right. I'll take the average price of the beer because there's domestic, not domestic and draft or whatever the three tiers were. But I'll give you three guesses and I'll tell you higher or lower. You said $10? Okay. Higher.
Wow, higher than $10 for like a cup.
For one cup of beer. Yeah, just average price of each, because they were only like $1 apart.
Okay. $15?
Higher.
$20?
lower. So it was 17.
Holy shit, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, for a beer. And then a mixed drink was 21.
Holy shit. They must make back that. You said the seats only were like $19 or something, so they must make the money back with the alcohol.
Well, supposedly the reason why the prices are so high is because they don't want people getting sloshed at the concert.
Oh, okay.
Understandable. At the same time, like, make me wear a wristband or something. Go like, you can only have 2. It's
and
something.
Then just cut the wristband off after.
Yeah. I get my 2 drinks, wristband cut, I'm done.
That would be much better than charging $20 a drink, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, they make more money this way, obviously.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
It only costs like $2 a can of beer.
Yeah. Yeah, they're making like a 200% margin. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but the concert was great.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to the music was a good time. Everybody was like up, standing up. It was actually like I find with
2,000% margin, I think. Continue.
Probably around there, but yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about this too, the mixed drinks had like 2 shots of whatever you had in there. So like a bottle of like Bacardi rum, the cheapest rum you can get, is like $20-something, and so you're pouring 2 shots.
Is it difficult to smuggle shit in?
They have metal detectors, but you could probably use plastic bottles.
Yeah.
Like you can buy those little plastic.
Or like we were talking for earlier for my trip, the bladder. You just put it all in a bladder.
No, because they don't allow you to bring in a bag that's bigger than like this.
Well, they won't know if you're wearing a fat suit. Right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I take off the fat suit and like, beer's here.
They'll be like, they go through this, well, obviously they look at you and you're fat, and then they give you like a side eye and you're like, what, do you think I'm fat? Like, you just get really upset about it, and then you get in there and you have all these little udders. Yeah. And you just go up to people and you're like, yo, suck this.
Hey, take a hit of this.
Yeah.
Comes right out of my nipples.
Yeah. And then you, like, sanitize it and then give it to the next person.
Oh, I sanitize it?
Yeah.
I don't think the boomers would care.
I don't think
I'll be honest. They just...
Yeah, they probably wouldn't.
They just wanted to
They're, like, on their way out.
Wasted.
So they're like...
I'm here to get drunk.
Send me out, Sonny.
Yeah.
I'll suck whatever those teats got in them. Yeah, you have the 2 nipple ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
And their little hoses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was the Doobie Brothers, so the Doobies were out.
Yeah. Okay.
There was a lot of
smoking. Are they like 80 now?
Huh?
Are they 80 or something or what?
What?
The Doobie Brothers.
Oh yeah. Actually, whenever we were there, it was like one of the band members' birthdays, and he was turning 79.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah.
I was pretty close.
But I mean, like, damn, yeah, they're old. Their pianist is like a famous guy, and I can't remember his name for the life of me. And that guy, like, if you see a picture of their pianist, you're like, oh, that guy. He's in something, and I can't remember what.
The Piano Man. Yeah, I got you.
Sure. Yeah. He is the piano man. And then there was a saxophone guy that was just like having the best night of his life. I swear to God, it was delicious listening to the saxophone.
So did you get any like fights or anything, or
no?
Did you see any tits?
All peace and love. I probably could have if I was looking around, but I was kind of more focused on the concert. If I was people watching, I bet there was probably some.
How many beers did you buy?
I had 1 beer. No, I had 2 beers. And then me and my wife ate a 1/4 milligram edible beforehand, which that 1/4 milligram. I mean, 2.5 milligrams. 10 milligrams is a normal dose, so very little.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, they had an opening act that was oh God, I can't remember his name, but Steve Windpipe, something. He was okay. That's all I have to report about the Doobie Brothers concert I went to.
Awesome. I don't know if I have any other questions. I feel like you answered a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they had that stupid bathroom thing where they have the walls up for like the urinals.
Oh.
And so like you just walk around a corner and just like there's just like
just a bunch of guys.
Everybody's just got their hogs out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, man, dude, that thing's got some cheese on there. What are you doing?
You mind if I suck that off? I'm a little hungry.
Yeah. Dude,
pretzels are like $10.
Beer costs way too much here. You can't waste that. You hold your cup up. It's $20. That's really expensive.
There was a moment where there was this. Okay,
You're running down the line.
I need more. Somebody want to top me off?
Yeah.
Oh man, this got a big head on it.
My blood alcohol content is too low.
But there's a moment where I go to the bathroom and I'm like, man, there's like a line for all the urinals, but I look to the left and there's like all the stalls and like half of them are open. Like, what are we doing here? And I just
go
like
pee in there.
Yeah, what are we?
Obviously, the guys were like sitting down.
That's for queers. I didn't even sit down. I just pissed all over the place like everybody else.
Yeah.
No, that's a terrorist
You're like,
act.
pay it forward.
I say that out loud as I'm pissing on the walls of the stall.
Yeah.
Pay it forward.
You shoot your stream so hard you hit the flush on it.
None of it went down there.
Yeah.
That would be a waste.
Yeah.
I'm paying it
You put
forward.
your sunglasses on. Shit, dude, I'm so cool. Next guy walks in. What the fuck happened in here?
Oh, paying it forward.
Yeah.
And he also...
Yeah, the guy's looking at the toilet, and then he turns around and he's like, what happened? Rabbit's sitting there. You don't want to know.
Hey, man, I'll tell you for a few carrots.
You got a carrot. Guy's like, ugh, sighs, unzips. Not that, dude.
Know that.
Yeah.
But, okay. Yep, did that. Concert. Pretty good. Fun time.
Yeah.
Had a good time with some friends. Did I talk about the wedding in the barn?
No, did you go to a wedding in a barn?
Yeah.
Was there animals in the barn?
At some point, I'm sure there was.
Let's hear about it.
So it was in a barn. It was like, it might have been like the weekend after our last podcast recording, because I remember it happening fairly close. It was a really hot weekend. Super hot. And so the barn didn't have any AC. It was inside the barn. Everybody's sweating. We're all in like, I looked ahead and I'm like, I'm wearing shorts. So I got like golf shorts because those are appropriate for a wedding. And like a collar shirt, right? And so did that. Because it's so hot out, everybody wants to be like in the shade, which is inside the barn. But like, you know, everybody needs like a drink. So everybody's drinking a lot because it's so hot and it cools you off to drink. And so like everybody kind of got a little sloshed. So I'm sitting at a table with my parents and like my aunts and uncles, and like none of my other cousins showed up to this because they weren't invited or whatever. Me and my wife are the cool ones.
Yeah, it must be.
And so like we're hanging out, my mom's like talking. My mom doesn't drink normally, but my mom tells the full story of how like my parents met. And I've never heard the original story. And so like my aunt was originally going on a date with my dad. My dad was driving, and I don't know if they were like going to a party or whatever, or if they were just drinking in the car and driving around, because that's something that they did back in the day apparently. But my dad picks up my mom, my aunt, and like my mom's friend. And like they're like in a car driving around doing whatever. And like my mom, to this date, she wore a cheetah print skin tight suit.
Oh, that was it. It was over.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
She said before she got in the car, she said to my aunt, "I'm stealing your man." And so she did just that.
Wow.
And so here I am today because of these actions.
Wow. All it took was a cheetah print skin tight suit.
That's right.
Wow.
And it's over.
You should wear that to their like 50th anniversary.
Oh, I should find out.
Yeah, find a skin tight.
I'm sure she had
like super low V-neck, like one of those ones they use on like the jazzercise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Keep going.
I gotta get 80s hair.
Yeah. Watch LaShonda. Look at her go. Yeah. Yeah. Then they try to sell you something mid-thing. Like, you're going to love this ab wrap. This is all it takes.
This is it.
Yeah.
Now check it out, LaShonda. Get right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
LaShonda, you're doing great. LaShonda, keep it up. Move your head a little bit. It really looks like you're getting into it.
Okay, now a few of these. Keep the mouth open. We need the resistance.
Yeah. Yeah, get the air resistance in there.
Okay, double dumbbell.
I want you to imagine you're eating big corn cobs. Huge. This corn cob's gonna blow.
All right, now I'm going to do a few of these while you do that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, please get the cheetah print thing for your parents' wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Be so good.
I just wear, I'll just wear like,
Yeah.
I already look like my mom from when she was in high school or whatever. So
you're like, this is how it started.
Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe my dad will fall in love again. No.
That's what you gotta say. You can go up to your mom, nudge her, be like, I'm gonna steal your man.
No, she would probably counteract. She probably has the original.
Oh my god.
The Omni.
That's true. But you can top it off by wearing like underwear over top of it that has like daddy printed on the ass.
No.
Wow, that's a crazy story. So what did you think about after hearing the story?
I thought it was just really funny. I mean, there's detail that my aunt that was originally going on the date with my dad is rumored to be maybe not straight.
Your aunt is rumored to not be straight? Or?
Yeah. So, I mean, he dodged a bullet in a way.
Honestly, yeah, because it could have been unhappy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been really unhappy if she was unsatisfied. But so I'm assuming she has a husband now or something? Or no?
No.
Oh. It's possible.
So,
yeah.
Who knows? But, so that was, whatever. But my other aunt, who set up the date to begin with, was like, we were trying to set up that aunt with a bunch of people. So it was like one of the thingies. But, like, the fact that, like, my dad was like, this one instead during a date is very like, wow.
He's got two choices.
Wow,
he's got girl not in cheetah print, skin tight suit, and girl in cheetah print, skin tight suit.
And it was over.
Yeah.
At that moment.
Yeah.
So.
And then that's how you were conceived as well, in a cheetah print costume.
Yeah. You know what? Probably.
Yeah.
And then they talked about my first birthday party.
Yeah.
And at the time, my parents had a hot tub, and that my parents remember waking up really drunk, really hungover, and that there were like beer cans in like the hot tub. The hot tub was never the same after that night, and that they had to clean up a lot of stuff after my first birthday party. I'm like, wow, if only I remembered.
Yeah, your first birthday went hard.
They were like, it was extreme. I'm like, yeah, I bet it was. I had no perception. Yeah. Or anything.
No ability to synthesize memories and anything. I was just tossing you like a football. Dad's like, go long. Your mom like catches. Like, shit, honey, he might get some brain damage from that. Don't worry about it. Yo, rabbit, go long.
But yeah, no, this is funny because on my 21st birthday, they also all went really hard, but I was conscious and I didn't go. I had like 2 drinks.
You're just like sober.
Pretty much, yeah. And they're all like doing shots and stuff and staying up till like 1 a.m. And I'm like in bed, sleeping,
napping away.
20 years later, it's
Parents,
the same.
they're sitting there, the lights are going off.
I just thought it was kind of
that was great. Your dad's like fucking dabbing.
Back in the 80s, they did this one.
Yeah, I'll show you how we did it back then. Back before he's like super boomerish. He's like, back before all that PC crap showed up. Fucking takes off his pants.
The PC shit stops me. Yeah.
When nudity was cool.
But that was cool.
Yeah, that was awesome to hear your
my parents' original story.
The OG.
So that was nice because I've never heard it. I've only heard it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, no, we were going to a party or something. That was what I remember hearing. And then hearing the full. It was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, next topic. Let's switch it up here.
Let's hear it.
I'm looking for a sport that I can play that isn't lame, that is like something people play, because the only sports that exist that are like public open things are all things I don't like to play.
So the thing that my buddies play, which I haven't joined them
Pickleball?
on, no, they play racquetball, which is against the wall.
Yeah.
And they said they really like that. I was gonna try it at some point. Have you considered racquetball?
I've considered it, but I don't like tennis that much.
Oh.
I don't like tennis that much.
I guess we need to set up a badminton net then.
That's what I'm saying, but there's no badminton league. So I was looking at like, oh, people do like pickup games of basketball. People like hang around tennis courts and be like, oh, are you looking for doubles? Doubles? You want to do doubles?
I love the idea of you just showing up to a basketball court in the middle of Detroit and being like, you got like these fucking white socks all the way up to your knees. You got like a fucking headband on. You're like, yo, fucking lay me up.
And I suck ass because I hate basketball.
Yeah, you're like stilt. Like you're just really like you got no energy. You're just really bad.
I was no, I'm one of those guys. I was like, I looked up a tutorial online and I saw that I could cheat the game because if you can dribble really fast, like if you go really low to the ground. So I'm like on the ground like
yeah. You got fake like Halloween City hands on your shoes that you're like dribbling with.
They can't keep up with me. They just steal the ball, and I'm like, damn it.
I love the idea of you just min-maxing like a really useless ability in basketball. Like you're just so good at doing like that through the leg spin thing that they just can't get you because you're just like constantly.
But I can't do anything else. I'm just like stalling. Like we're up a point, pass them the ball. I'm like,
yeah. You keep spinning 360. They're like,
eventually
we can't get it from him. He's done. And you're like, it's like, go for the shot. You like get out of the spin. You like go to throw it. It's like off the court. A car runs it over. Fuck, that was our only ball, man. Shit.
Yeah, pretty much. So like.
Yeah, so you're gonna pick up basketball or what?
No, I don't like basketball. I don't like basketball and I don't like tennis.
You don't like baseball?
I like baseball, but there's no like nobody's like just hanging out being like, hey, anybody want to play baseball? I got some mitts and a bat here.
Dude, you'd be fucking lying. I can believe badminton, but I bet there's a baseball thing you can join.
I bet there is like a team I could join.
Adult baseball, but not that adult.
There's beer leagues that exist. The only ones I could find were like 40 minutes away.
What's the purpose of you wanting to get into this sport again? Did you say?
I've just been looking for like something to do that isn't video games.
Okay, you want something to occupy your time. That's it. You don't care about the fraternalness. You don't care about the exercise.
These are all benefits.
Okay,
obviously,
those are secondary.
Yeah, but the main thing is that I just want to like get better at some kind of physical sport, or at least feel like I have like a physical sport that I'm doing that I'm like, oh, I can like get better at this and do stuff with it.
Can you list like your top 5 sports that you're considering top?
Badminton would be like top tier.
Okay.
I like badminton. For some reason, a lot of people in our school, I think it's just we had a lot of badminton. I think badminton's top tier for a lot of people.
Yeah, we were groomed to be badminton players.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people were like, oh my God. Or
I drool over shuttlecock.
Yeah, the gym teachers were like, if there's one thing these kids are learning from my class, it's how to hit a shuttlecock.
That's right. I don't know. I would play baseball or like softball, same thing. Those are kind of the main two, but if there was like some weird one, there's an ultimate frisbee everywhere, but I don't know. I never liked like I'll throw a frisbee back and forth. Anything more than that, screw it. I don't care. So that also exists. I tried disc golf. I try a disc golf, but that's also something you can just do by yourself anyway.
Yeah, I from my experience of disc golf, I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah.
It's too much worrying about losing the fucking
$60 frisbee.
Even if you find it's just like, yeah.
So, mostly those 3, or really those 2.
So I happened to notice in that list of things you gave that you did not consider the alternate option of inventing a new sport.
Oh, yeah, that would be so much easier.
Yeah, why don't you
I'm just in the park. I'm playing Samsoys.
Yeah. You're playing sandball.
So over there's 4 point.
Yeah.
And I'm in the quad.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to break me out.
Yeah.
And then once I break out, whoever gets to the quasar first wins.
Because we could do that. We could just show up at a park, and then we could start writing down the rules to our game.
Okay.
And
we make it up.
Just like Calvin
as we
Ball,
go.
Basically.
Yeah, Calvin Ball is pretty good.
Yeah.
Why don't we just play Calvin Ball?
Yeah, like, Sam, if you beat me to that garbage can over there, then you get 2 points.
Yeah.
And that'll be the first rule.
But if I take a rock and I go the opposite direction and place it exactly half the distance of the garbage can, that's 3 points.
And if I kick the rock and happen to hit an unsuspecting bystander, depending on the blood loss, I gain points equivalent to the pints.
To the pints.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to hit the bystanders.
Yeah.
If you hit another player, is that minus points?
Depends. Depends on the race.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. No.
We have the racial element.
Race ball.
Yeah. What are these guys doing over here? We're kicking rocks.
Race ball.
Yeah.
You ever see Boys Kids You Know? The Race War skit?
Oh, I think I have seen
where the guy like throws a rock at the other guy's window. He's like, oh, hey man, I just woke up. And he's like, hey man, race war. Race war, man. He's like, what? Yeah, man, come on. Race war. He, like, that's the whole, that's pretty much it.
I like the idea of us bringing different balls to the park too, and then trying to make a game out of them. Like, you show up with like a basketball. I got like 3 hacky sacks. I'm like, dude, okay, so you gotta arrange the hacky sacks in a triangle, and then put the basketball in the middle, and that counts as a goal.
There you go.
And we're not allowed to touch each other, but we are allowed to trip each other.
That doesn't count as touching.
No.
Well, if you go to touch the other person to trip them, and they don't trip, that's minus points.
Yeah.
So, and then if you trip on the pavement, that's a lot more points.
Yeah, and you have to...
becomes a blood sport eventually.
If you lose 10 points, you have to chug a can of Bush's baked beans. The small one, though.
Gross.
And then you can use that energy to rocket boost yourself from the gas.
Oh, the rocket boosting.
Yeah, it's like Rocket League, but you arrange hacky sacks in a triangle and put a basketball in front.
And if you make a pentagram and whisper the sacred tomes, then you summon Satan.
Yeah, if you channel for 10 seconds using the Hindu intonation without the other player catching you, then you get access to the other ability to score.
And then you can enter heaven.
Yeah. But there's a microtransaction before you reach heaven. So you have to pay, but you have to convert a couple different currencies into, because they don't accept USD. It's lost its power.
They only accept like the Vietnamese dollar.
Why don't we just make a sport that you'd be?
I think it just becomes a blood sport.
Any sport that we would invent?
I feel like most of the time that we would... I think if we actually sat down and did it, yes. But anytime we're just going to talk about it, it will just become a blood sport.
What if you just, added a unique equipment piece that wasn't a racket that could, make the game work?
Like a scythe.
Maybe. Sounds dangerous, but maybe.
Trip ball.
Yeah, trip ball.
Where you just hit each other with scythes.
Yeah, we could just LARP at the park, too.
That's sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like, what are we LARPing for?
What do you mean? What are we LARPing for? We're LARPing for exercise.
But we're like LARPing around.
We're LARPing exercise.
I'm working out.
Yeah, it's like a fantasy, but we're all calisthenics wizards.
Yeah, this'll definitely add gains to my fireball spell.
Yeah. Throw a beanbag.
Whoa.
I cast fireball. Too blunt.
Hey man, you got 2 blunts?
Yeah.
I trade you for 2 carrots. It's a rabbit again.
Yeah, there it is. We got him in there somehow.
But yeah.
Okay, so you want to do a sport next.
Next topic.
No, did you have anything else you want to say about that?
Yeah, no, I want to do it. I don't know. I'll complain about not doing a sport, and I'll never do one.
You'll find something. Maybe it'll just be like going to the Friday night Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever.
So you want to talk about Magic really quick?
Sure, let's hear about it.
Me and my friend, we bought some Magic decks. We bought the 4-pack of Magic Commander decks. Okay,
Yeah.
Magic Commander decks. Now I have heard through the bushes, through the grapevines, will you, that Magic the Gathering Company sucks. Sucks big donkey balls. And I was like, I wonder why. Oh man, it's really expensive to buy these Commander decks. Well, at least we're splitting it. So we bought the 4-pack of all the new Commander decks for the new set. Okay, cool. So we are going to get those. Let's say that the new set comes out on a Friday. Okay, we bought them on Amazon. I would expect it Friday. I get the stuff. I'm good to go. First issue. No, they won't release any of it till Monday. They don't even give it to Amazon because they don't want anybody getting it early. Because that would be unfair that someone got to sell something for a little bit more because they got it early. I understand somewhat. At the same time, that sucks because I bought those decks that way I could play it on that Friday, assuming that I was going to get it on that Friday. But that's my fault for not knowing. Okay. The next part is I bought it.
Why wouldn't they have done that like during the week though, and then have released it like you get them Friday so you can play for the weekend? Like who wants the decks on Monday? That makes no sense.
Exactly.
Anyways,
yeah.
Continue.
It's stupid, right? Whatever. Okay. The next part is that I bought the Commander decks for $130.
Is that the split?
$140.
Is it $200 total, or is it $140 total?
$140 total.
Okay, but you split it, so $70 for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So fine, I get it. Right. Each Commander deck's like $40-some or whatever. Well, so because we bought before they announced what cards were going to be in the set, we were just going to do this because we wanted to play like a Magic thing, and the new set looked cool. It's Woodland Creatures. If you ever saw, I don't know if you saw it. But
I get emails about it.
yeah, so it looked cool, and like, friend wanted like the toads or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do it. I'll go half. I'll play Magic. Okay, I look online after they announce what cards are coming in what decks, and the price to buy the Commander decks goes up to $200 rather than the $140. Why? You may be asking. Just because they increase the price. Mm-hmm. They just don't have MSRP on Commander decks. It's based off of the resale value of the cards inside the decks. So, what are we doing? Why don't they just re-release all the cards independently and sell them for double the price of what they normally go and be like, oh, we're making a killing, guys, here at Magic the Gathering Corporation. Like, what do we...
It's so dumb. Yeah, it's dumb. I don't know what to...
I hated it.
Yeah.
I hate them.
I honestly think the whole Wizards of the Coast thing is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
The gambling and lottery system of the cards, the fact that they won't reprint stuff more commonly, the fact that cardboard costs $60 for like 100 cards in a deck, like that's stupid. That is absolutely stupid.
Well, and I was looking because they have like the Fallout sets.
Yeah.
And like what was the other one? I don't know. There's another one that was like, oh, that looks interesting. And I was looking at the cards in them, and I'm like, oh, it was one that was like based. It wasn't the Fallout one, but it was a different one that was based off of like artifacts and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that looks really interesting. Oh, and it has cards that like are like kind of common, and so you could use them in other stuff if I ever wanted to get into it. Well, like, I look at that deck's resale value, and it's a Commander deck coming directly from Magic the Gathering Company, and it sells for $300.
Oh my god, yeah.
What are we doing? Like, if I do this with, like, Pokemon, because Pokemon has an equivalent thing, where you can buy, like, a pre-built deck, and they kind of suck, but at the same time, they're only, like, $25, $30, and they come with like some staple cards and junk, and it's like, but they're always that much. People might buy them and resell them online because certain cards are good, but you're always going to buy it from that company at this price, which is good because I know what I'm getting into. But with Magic, it's like, okay, so now I have to look at it like, oh, I'm missing out if I don't buy the Commander decks before they announce the cards, even though they might just release a pile of garbage.
Yeah, it's FOMO.
It is, and they've just been like, oh, let's just use that as a evil corporation. Let's just do that.
Yeah, and it's like I agree with you. It's super stupid because they release it and then speculation, people buy more, and then the price gets super high for speculation because they're like, oh well, are they going to reprint the Fallout card? Like who knows? And so they buy it, and then the price gets jacked up to $300. But the company that's still making it is selling it for $300, even though it doesn't cost that much to make. It doesn't cost any, like it's not the MSRP that it originally released at. Like it makes no sense. It's
yeah.
It's all secondhand market bullshit. Like, it's probably just money laundering scheme, honestly, at this point.
Pretty much,
that
yeah.
I fully expect Niantic to die. I was hoping there would be some other games that would take its place, but it doesn't seem like anything is currently.
No.
And then, I did like the look of MetaZoo. I love the look of it, but I also think that's just a money laundering scam as well.
Is that one like crypto?
No, it's not a crypto as far as I know, but it's just like, it kind of looks like a mix between like Pokemon and like a random fantasy.
Honestly, what you should do is copy the exact same systems from Magic, call everything else different, and just reprint it not as scammy, and people will probably be into it.
They would probably send me a cease and desist immediately.
You think so?
Yeah.
You just don't call it mana, you call it energy.
Dude, everybody tries. It is not... Like, I've made 2 card games, and I like the second one that we tested or whatever, but, like, that's a long way down the road before I even can... And it's not very profitable.
But the thing is that you could feel good knowing that there's a better card game out than the main one.
Yeah, it's a thought.
I don't know. I like the Pokemon one, but like even then, like the resale market on like certain cards is high, but it's also like it's just I don't know, whatever's meta is going to be like slightly more expensive, but it's not that ridiculous. And it's not Pokemon Trading Card Company that's literally just taking money out of your pocket. It's like some random dude that got lucky with a pack.
Yeah.
You know, so.
They got the one ring and then sold it to whoever, Post Malone.
Yeah. So, you know.
It's kind of silly, dude. I honestly think it's really stupid.
Yeah.
Did you guys enjoy the decks at least?
Yeah, it was fun. I remember why I don't like Commander.
It's really slow, right?
It's slow, but also it's just like my brain gets scattered because there's no duplicates.
Yeah.
I have to read every single card, and if I put down an enchantment, I'll forget about it. Like in like 2 turns.
Yeah, honestly, it's the worst way to get somebody into Magic. It's the worst way to play Magic.
But it's the most popular.
Yeah, it's the most popular because like people are like, oh, flashy shit happening, but it's like, you know, most of the time, at least when I go to a table, if people have Commander decks and I borrow them, I'm like playing the deck. I know the cards relatively well. I can kind of recognize them, but still it's like there is, you know, if I'm playing with 3 other people, that is another 300 cards on top of my cards that I got to keep, you know, abreast about. Like the only difference between standard with, you know, the 60 cards compared to 100, it's like at least you got 4 copies of cards, so I'm going to see something a few times. I can kind of expect it.
Well, and it's a consistency. It's like, oh, okay, I drew another one of these things. Oh, so my deck is based around doing this thing, and so this card helps me do that thing.
Like, and then you got this guy on the other side of the field, and he's like, oh, so I'm going to play this mana, and then I'm going to play my zombie commander. So my zombie commander, here's how it works. He's a new modern age commander, so here's how it works. He's got 15 abilities.
Yeah.
First ability is whenever a creature dies, you put a 1/1 on the field. The second ability is whenever a 1/1 dies, you put 2/2 counters on a 5/5, 6/6. And then whenever that dies, then I take my graveyard and shuffle it back into my hand, and then I remove all creature cards that are creatures, but they have to be elves, and then any undead elves I have to remove from the game, exile for 5 turns with phasing counters on them, return them to the battlefield at the end of your, like, untap
setup phase.
Yeah. And then I need to search my library for the artifact Phylactery Lich in order to play it on the field.
And then because I played Morgrove Grove, I get +4/4 counters on all the creatures that are returned to your grave.
And then also this is a part of the Fallout set, and this is part of the Doctor Who set, but this is Thrumming Stone, and this is actually a Relentless Rats deck. So since Relentless Rats has no maximum deck cap, despite playing in Commander, I have 30 Relentless Rats that I'm Thrumming Stoning onto the field.
And then I have 13 treasures, and so I will use 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here's my gay furry art version of this particular Commander card that I'm resummoning, but it's not a legendary, so you can't Caracas it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yes,
Like,
And
dude,
so-
what happened to like, dude, I swing for 2. Like, I hate to be like a boomer about it. But
This is
like,
my 2-2 with haste.
Yeah.
I'm swinging.
oh my god, that's another thing. It's like, it's not even,
Oh.
it's never a 2-2 with haste. It's like, this is a 2-2 with exalted haste, first strike, like assault, grope the other opponents, like, yeah, fondle its mana, like mana burn. Like, what the fuck are all these abilities?
Dude, it was like, because it was our first time playing Magic in a long time, it was just aids. Like every single card, I'm like, what is Cascade?
Yeah.
What is Cascade?
Charged assault, phasing, like,
My commander, I summon him, and then every time I put something that costs over 4, I get a 4/4 token with haste and indestructible. And whenever it hits the enemy commander directly, you draw 1 card. And then I had another card that was like, instead of drawing a card, you can put it into exile, and then next turn you can play it for free. But it's like, do I have the brain tax enough to remember that I put a card into exile that I can then take out and play for free?
Yeah,
no.
you gotta figure it out.
Because I have 70 other things I gotta keep track of, because every single card is unique.
And the odds of you drawing that card and then playing it in that game, like, you can't learn it all. Like, it's just gonna take forever. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like anything.
Essentially, the argument here is, oh my god, it's really overcomplicated. And I think to some extent that's what people like about Commander, is that they feel like they're doing stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as like Magic goes, I don't consider that Magic.
I prefer the 60 card.
Yeah, it's so far from the game that I like.
Yeah.
But even then, the game that I like is fucking dead. It's a horse, and they just keep poking it. And they're like, maybe it's a money tree. Maybe it's going to ship money soon. And they keep stabbing. And they're like, oh, shit, yeah, come over here, guys. Join us. It's like Doctor Who's face. Like, oh, the 8th Doctor's come out. I can't wait to play my David Tennant Legendary Commander deck. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
I'm going to go Timely Wimely spell on this one.
Yeah. Oh, Wubba Lub out of here. Like, whatever.
I have 13 Wubba Lub counters.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they do. They keep adding these counters. You got treasure counters, you got food counters, it's like, what the fuck,
yeah, because we had treasure and food in our decks.
It's like the guys, the designers are just sitting there like fucking toking a bowl.
What if we had
They're like shuffling the lines of fucking cup. Oh fuck, dude, we should reprint like the David Tennant set. Dude, what about like a dude, hear me out, bro. Let's do like a SpongeBob collab. Oh god, that's amazing. Holy shit. Fucking stupid, dude.
I enchant my SpongeBob with the Fallout 4 gun.
I
so
give
now he has Uzi.
I give Patrick the GTA 5 rocket launcher.
I'm using Patrick's ability of hitting his own G-spot, and it gives him a 4/4 counter for this turn.
Oh shit, I actually got my unglued cards in this set. So this one says do the chicken dance, and I can tear Black Lotus up for 5 mana. Oh my god. So stupid.
I just with this one, I special summon a shotgun into my mouth, and then I spend 2 mana to pull the trigger.
This card actually says that any card with a verb in it, you have to do the action that it requires. And if the font is black, any number that divides by 2 but adds to pi, you spin it in a circle, and then whoever it lands and points at, you have to kiss.
So for this one, I have to go onto a website, and I have to solve captchas for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And depending on how many captchas I spend, I get half that much as black mana.
Yeah. But I take mana burn if I don't use it at the end of the turn, and it's a floating value, so that means it's in decimals.
And then
I summon Gary.
Gary has 13.
No, not Gary from Fallout, the clone Gary. I'm talking about Gary from SpongeBob.
I'm summoning Gary, but the Gary from Fallout.
Yeah. No, this Gary clones himself. This Gary is a snail. He leaves a streak over all your cards, so they now have slowness. which means that if they would tap but they can't tap, then they have to untap at the end of the untap during the unstep. You're like,
during the battle phase, untap phase, I summon a Black Panther.
I use Rubber Man Gun on the Black Panther. So that means that every time the Panther attacks, he has to go backwards and then forwards, and then you untap him during your opponent's next untap step, and then we bet. And then you ante up the cards, and at the end of the game, I get this. Oh, also the Panther has banding.
And inside of...
It has banding and bands with other Panthers.
Yeah.
And it has bands with any cards within the SpongeBob set. Because I added that card. Oh, this card has protection from you.
This... I'm playing condoms.
Yeah.
You can't have sex with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing...
That's a different card. Have sex with your opponent.
You're like, fuck my whole build. Some guy's like...
built the sex deck.
Yeah, there's a guy behind the counter. He's like, oh man, these fucking net deckers playing meta decks again. Guy's like hands in his fucking face. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe I lost against the family planning deck.
Yeah, oh god. I'm playing Planned Parenthood. It's an enchantment.
Oh, yeah.
Stops you from having newborn.
I'm playing Life Begins at Conception. I'm playing Religious Zealot, and Religious Zealot can go through my library and search for all other Religious Zealots, and then we start a rally.
I'm playing Chastity Belt Check. If player Ting Ting is wearing Chastity Belt,
I cannot be attacked. This is actually a Pillow Fort deck. I'm playing Tantric Sex God, which means I can't come.
If opponent comes, is it like an instant spell?
Yeah, premature ejaculation is instant, but rubbing one out is a sorcery speed spell. Oh no, it's a voyeur jerk off. You can only play it on your turn.
I'm playing the enchantment Lotion.
Yeah. I play Squidward in response. His nihilistic attitude, he has cynicism, which gives him +5 to defense. But at any time during a turn, I roll a die, and on a 6 he kills himself. And I have to exile him. In response, I play Mr. Krabs, and he taps all of your mana and takes it. Oh my god, yeah, Magic sucks.
Yeah, it does.
It fucking sucks.
I need a glass of water. All right.
Oh my god.
Oh. But anyway, yeah, so next topic. Hey dude, what's up with this? Maybe you have this. You ever... Oh, okay. Well, so I program a machine. See, this isn't even good anymore. The magic was too good. But essentially, I programmed a machine like 6 years ago. And I remember it. I remember the lines of code. But I can't remember, like, a person's name to save my life.
Yeah, because that was a problem you had to solve at one point
It
in time.
was.
And your brain's like, to make this easier, I am now encoding this into memory permanently.
Here's some random robot you programmed 8 years ago.
You wake up in a cold sweat. Man, can't remember that guy's name.
Yeah, pretty much. And I met him yesterday. So, you know, that was just something I ran into the other day where it was like, why do I remember this? But I can't.
You just wanted to mention that you struggle with memory in some areas and not in others.
I just thought it was kind of funny.
It is kind of funny,
that like I can remember like it's not even useless it's just why do I need to memorize the code? I don't.
Like, Sam, you forgot your enter the battlefield trigger on Gary.
Yeah.
So.
You got to tap him for 2 mana.
He's a mana dork.
But yeah. Other than that, last topic, we're just going through these.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine texted me and asked me, he was writing down quotes from high school, like that people said around us, and he sent me his list, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember all these. But then he's like, let me know if you can think of any more, and I'm like, why can't I think of any? Like, here's a list of a bunch of them. There's got to be more, but I couldn't think of any. Do you have any, like, because high school was 10 years ago now, and that was only senior year, so like, all right, like 14 years ago, really, at the beginning of it. So like, what quotes, what could you remember that someone said that was like a quotable thing?
Dude, you'd have to be so stuck in high school or have impressive memory to even remember any of that stuff that happened. Or you'd have to look at your yearbook.
I think he wrote them down whenever we were in high school.
Oh.
And re-referenced.
Oh, okay.
Was like probably going through some old stuff and was like, ah, yes.
Because the only thing I remember from high school, I had this running gag where like I would every day talk about like, I would start by saying like, so I'm playing Dead Space or something. Or like I would start every conversation with like, so I was playing Dead Space recently or something. And then everybody would like collectively groan after like day 14 of me talking about playing Dead Space. That's the only thing I remember.
Damn.
I'd have to look at my yearbook. I'm sure there's stuff written down there.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the time that a friend of ours wrote, always keep a hand for manual stimulation in my yearbook, and then I brought it home, and without me even recognizing it, I put it on the counter because I was going to grab it later, but my grandma was there, and she like just immediately opened it up and went to the signature page. I was like, oh. Like that's how you sign the yearbook right there.
That's pretty good. Even grandma, she was like, oh, kids.
Damn, put that down.
Don't need hands when you got a wife now.
So when are you getting married?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was it. I was just, I
That's interesting, yeah. I mean, is there a reason they're writing them down? Are they writing a story in that time period that they wanted to reference all those quotes, or what?
No, I think he's just trying to think of any more. I can't think of any more. So, you know.
Should have asked me 10 years ago.
All right, let's go back.
This is how we go back. Dude, I was speaking of that. I watched this fucking 1.5 hour of like iDubbbz's like downfall. Just yesterday, and it's pretty good. It's by Glitch Poachers. He's like kind of philosophical. And he's also not just like relentlessly bashing without offering like room for expression and stuff like that. And we're offering stuff. And I thought it was pretty interesting because his advice, I think I found the most interesting. His advice was that, well, actually, let me tell you about my thought of it. Because I, as a former iDubbbz fan, in the past.
I think most people are.
Yeah, most people now are former iDubbbz fan.
Yeah.
One of the things that I thought about is what I really dislike about the person he's become is that he has, and I'm sure we've heard this thousands of other times, that he's become like kind of lazy as like a content creator.
Yeah.
But I was watching that like the Hot One or Cold Ones video that he was in with those other two guys, and he was like stiff as a board, like super awkward.
Yeah.
Nothing with like there was no ability to have any fun at all.
Yeah.
It was like he's like on watch, like being threatened 24, like he's constantly in fight or flight like mode basically. And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking that it seems interesting that he condemns that aspect of himself from the past, because one of the things he says is, in one of his interviews is like, oh, I was like a bad person in the past. I like harassed people and stuff like that, and I didn't do any good for the world because I brought like bad energy to it. And that's a funny way to think about it, because if you think about it another way, in my eyes, he's criticizing people. Like, so I think of this quote often. The quote is pretty simple. It's, in order to love something, you have to hate that which threatens it. And I feel like even though he was being kind of like egotistical and like moral about like what these people were doing, he was in some way defending what he, I imagine, loved, which was doing YouTube and like the community and things like that. And I felt in some ways that that was an authentic representation of like, somebody doing something that was valuable. And it wasn't like, I mean, what negativity can you derive from it if you view it from that from that perspective? It doesn't make sense because he's actively going against people that are trying to like take down the community by laziness, low effort, like abusing copyright claims, like being shitty people in general. Like it's kind of just like imagining being at like I don't know, like it's just people accepting criticism is really all it is. It felt like it was kind of low bar criticism with some interesting. I mean, I don't want to downplay the Content Cops. I think there are a lot of work went into them. They're great. They're good videos.
Even the like documentaries that he did were pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't mind. Well, I felt like some of the documentaries sucked, but the Airsoft Fatty one was fun, and I appreciate that
the other ones.
He did the Dax Flame one, which kind of sucked.
I don't even remember that one, so probably did.
Yeah, and then there was another one. I think I don't even remember.
With what's his face, the guy.
With Sam Hyde.
I like the Sam Hyde one.
I like him getting trolled by Sam Hyde.
Yeah.
I don't really care about him and it.
It wasn't like a good documentary, but it was funny the circumstance.
Yeah. The whole context around it was like great, and I think it probably like revived Sam quite a bit from the public general perception, which was really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt his perception of his past self being too condemning of something that I felt like was defending something good. He was defending like the quality of content on YouTube. And I can't imagine looking at that and feeling like that was bad. That seems stupid to me.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, like, yeah, that actually makes sense. Because, I mean, like, yeah, because he looks at the the Content Cop stuff as like literally just nagging people,
or being like mean, being a
evil.
bully. Yeah.
But like if all the ones that he made were like people that were like not good people, you know,
like especially like that Jinx guy who's just stealing content and reacting to it, and not even doing anything.
Yeah,
like those, I feel like you were completely justified in that that criticism. Essentially, is what it was.
Yeah,
like I can't imagine you looking at that and being like, oh, I was a bully. Like, I really bullied this guy, man. He's like, super bull. Like, what?
No.
Like, no, you were just criticizing him in a creative and artistic way that had some personality and some authenticity. Even if it was edgy, it was still, you doing that in the end. I don't know. It's interesting to see people look back on those actions and regret so wholeheartedly to move towards such an inauthentic and, like, dead person, really.
I think it's just if somebody walked up to him and like had a genuine conversation, was like, yeah, man, you were really, defending the. I think it's just all how it's framed, right? Because somebody walked up and like, you bullied those people.
Yeah.
And that's what you hear from whoever's around you or whatever. You're gonna be like, oh no, I did bad. If you were around people that were like, no, dude, you like you helped, like in a way.
The quality.
Yeah. You made fun of these people. You ousted them as like low quality, bad, whatever people.
Yeah.
So
at the end of the day, I think his ultimate trouble and struggle is a discernment between which criticism is useful and which is not.
Yeah.
Because he seems to, like, there seems to be some sort of conflict there. Perhaps he's like gets validation from certain communities and wants to be like, police himself down to the point of like being unable to express any modicum of emotion or excitement or emotions that he labels as bad, even if they are in good nature of raising the quality of content or things like that at the expense of other people, like God forbid, at the expense, like those React YouTubers, man, raking in the money.
Yeah.
God forbid you talk
slow
about
them down.
Yeah, Rice Gum was another one that he had talked about. Like, I don't know, like, he just basically talked about how Rice Gum was like a shill for like all these products that were scummy and like lottery gambling. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, like, if anything, and then, the guy's criticism, which I felt was very fair, was that he's moved into creating like this very vapid, low effort, not really going to push any sort of margin type content. Like making the pimple popping toy and like rating Cheez-Its. Like, those are like the worst type of videos.
That's like second channel. Like if you had a second channel, you if you really wanted to make those videos,
it's like shooting fish in a barrel is really all it is. Because it's like, and they're not even fish. They're just like dead fish. Like you could just reach in and grab them out. But they're completely dead. They've been rotting. Like somebody pissed in there.
Yeah.
Like it's. Nobody wants to see the rating Cheez-It tier list.
Yeah.
Except for, like, Redditors.
Pretty much. But I mean, it's like if you just did another documentary, that's like people like those, and they would, if people didn't even like your channel or like you anymore, they might still like watch the video and be like, oh, that was decent. If you do a good job, like all you have to do is just like put in the effort to make a decent
Dude,
thing.
even if he just does the stuff that he actually wants without having to worry about all this criticism, I would rather see that.
Yeah.
I would like come back to watch whatever that is in a moment.
Yeah.
From Mr. Joma. Whatever that is.
I'm ready. So, but yeah, anyways, dude. We did it.
We did it.
I actually have to like go home and make dinner.
Yeah, I gotta eat too. I haven't eaten. Well, I mean, I ate snacks, but
Eaten any food?
well, I've eaten food.
You must be starving.
I know. I'd like to apologize earlier for my comment about Redditors. No. I don't give a fuck.
No, I'm actually apologizing.
I'm fucking done.